Great. Good evening, everyone. Yeah. So we will wait for 2 minutes, and after that, we are going to start a session. Okay. Till that time, let me do the setup here, right? Till that time, if you have any query, anything you want to ask, okay, you can write in the chat. Okay. Good evening, Omkar. Okay, great. So, guys, let's discuss the agenda of today's session. So, the today's session is about the remaining data types. So in the yesterday session, we have discussed about integer, how integer gets stored behind the scene in the computer memory, and after that we move to the character data type, and we saw like character get converted to the ASCII code. From the ASCII table, we get the decimal format value, right? And after that, that decimal format value get converted to the binary format value, right? So today we are going to discuss about the float and double, right? And after that we are moving toward the control statement, and there we are going to discuss about some problems, and we are trying to understand these control statement with the help of the problem statement, right? So certificate कैसे मिलेगा, Aryan, right? So Aryan, you will get the certificate after completing the whole this Java bootcamp, and yeah, like you have to maintain 50% of the attendance, and you have to complete the assignment, right? सर जावा प्रोग्राम कौन से सॉफ्टवेयर एग्जीक्यूट होता है? सर जावा प्रोग्राम like I'm not able to get your question, Kunal. You are asking about what all kind of software we can make with the help of Java, or like how Java runs behind the scene. So if you are asking about how Java runs behind the scene, that we have discussed in the first lecture, right? Yeah. Okay. Anything else, guys? Anything you have to ask? We have 5 minutes. Okay. साहिल is saying कि हे सर आपने लास्ट प्रोग्राम में int यूज किया था बट void भी यूज किया, why it is so? So Sahil, if you are focused, what I have done is like I have used int data type to store integer value, right? And when I'm using public static void main, there I have used void. Okay, void is the data type, and this void is used especially for the function when we have to return nothing. Okay, when our function has to return nothing, then we have to use void. Simple, right? And when I have to use, I have to store integer kind of data, then I have to go with int data type, right? Hope I'm able to answer your question, Sahil. Okay. In industry, which IDE is used, Visual Studio Code or Eclipse? Like most of the time, we use Visual Studio Code, and like it depends on the company to company. Okay, I worked on two companies, and in one companies I am using Visual Studio Code. Okay, and like in one company I'm using Eclipse, right? So it is again on company dependent, right? So basically, these are two popular IDs, so you can go with any one of them, right? Sir, my aim is not working, so I am not able to log in my account for attendance. My SIM is not working. Okay, sorry. I'm not able to log in to my account for attendance. Okay, like Vaibhav, if you have doubt related to the attendance, like you're not able to log in, then what you can do is like you can mail us on support@letsupgrade.in, and from there we will try to resolve your issue, right? Sir, so we write return. Yeah, Sahil, it is good practice to write return at the end. Okay. So basically, if you are using a function, okay, I will give you one example and then you will get the clear understanding. Okay, Sahil. So please be there in this lecture, sir. Python karna hai. Okay. So there is a Python class going on after this session, that is at 8 o'clock. So you can attend that session, okay, to get the brief idea about what Python is all about, right? What is your opinion for Java? Harsh, like I'm applying for company, and most of the time I see jobs for Java. So there is a huge demand of Java. Okay, so like most of the company use Java. Okay, for their backend side. So like it is a huge demand, and you can go with the Java. Okay, yeah, and you can use Java in the competitive world also. You can do competitive programming, and if you have to prepare for the data structure algorithm, you can use Java. Okay, it is good, right? Okay. Yeah, 8:30 we have Python bootcamp. So what about NetBean? Is it good? Yeah, James, it is good. Like it is on the personal choice. Okay, basically I most of the time I use either Visual Studio Code or Eclipse. So it's depend on the person to person, right? Yeah. Server. Okay, so basically related to the career advice, related to the web development and everything else. At the end of the session, again, I will give 10 minutes. Okay, it is already 6:37. Let's start our session, right? So yeah, I will give you a detailed overview, like where we have to use web development and what is web development, and like what is the industry requirement, and what is the demand of this web development. Okay, so let's start our session, guys, right? Let me share my screen 1 minute. Okay. According to you, which language is best, Python or Java? Rahul, what do you think? Like you have worked on both Python and Java. It is on again, like what is your aim? Okay, on like if you have to work on the Python part, go and explore that thing, right? For 10 to 15 days, if you are a complete beginner, go and explore Python. Go and explore Java. Okay, see the pros and cons of Python and pros and cons of Java. Okay, and after that you can decide. If you are a complete beginner, then I will suggest you go with Java, right? Because there is a huge demand of Java, and you will get a job easily in Java part, right? But yeah, you can get a job in Python also if you are working hard, and like you have the correct understanding of the Python and all the frameworks and all, right? Yeah. So let's start our session, right? 1 minute. Let me share my screen. Till that time, I have one question for you guys. Please write in the chat what will be the output of this question. Okay. 1 minute. Let me share my screen, right? And apart from that, if you have any question, I will give 10 minutes again. At the end of the session, you can ask those questions at the end of the session. Okay. So now, please ask question related to the session, right? Yeah. Okay, great. So here I am writing one program. Tell me what output I will get here, right? With reason. Okay, with reason what output I will get here. Yes, yes, Pulari, attendance is mandatory. Okay. So yesterday we had discussed about int and char, right? So let's write one program here. That is, let's create a variable here. Int num is equal to, okay. Let's create a variable that is char ch is equal to a. Okay. And after that, int num is equal to ch. And after that, here I am printing the value of num, right? So in order to print the variable data, I have to just write the name of the variable inside system.out.println, right here. So guys, please write in the chat what will be the output of this question, okay, and why. Till that time, let me clear my screen. Okay, so like I'm getting answer, result is 12. uh, a error. Okay, so because it is not in. Okay, so like yeah, yeah, okay, those who are saying error, why we are getting an error? Anyone? Sky code of a. So let's try to execute this code. Okay, let's try to see what output I will get here. So what I will do, here, let's compile the code. In order to compile the code, I have to use javac command, and after that the name of the file. And in order to run the byte code on the JVM, I have to write Java. and after that the name of the name of the class, right? That is first. Okay, so here what I am getting, I am getting 97, right? No issue. Yes or no, guys? I am getting 97 here. Okay, so yeah, so let us do this part, right? Yeah, so let's try to understand those who are saying, hey, we are getting error and all, why we are getting A. Let's try to understand this part, right? Okay, so basically what we are doing here is like okay, so I have int, I have char ch, right? Char ch is equal to, okay, and let me ch, right? Yeah, yeah. So char ch is equal to A here, and after that I have int num is equal to ch. Can you guys write in the chat how much memory this character variable will occupy inside the computer memory? How much memory this character variable will occupy inside the computer memory? And we know integer occupies 4 byte, right? And this occupies 1 byte. Okay, so let's try to understand this thing. Like let's assume I have two bucket. Okay, I have one bucket of 1 liter, right? 1 liter. The name of the bucket is what? Ch, right? Or you can say I have a bucket of not 1 liter. Yeah, let's assume it is 1 liter, right? Yeah, 1 liter here, and there is water. That is 1 liter of water is there in this bucket here, right? 1 liter of water is there in this bucket, and I have one more bucket of 4 liter, right? I have one more bucket of 4 liter here, and the name of the bucket is num here. And what we are doing here is we are doing this part, right? That is, we are transferring the data of ch to the num container. So what we are doing, we are transferring this water to this container. Okay, so what will happen? We can easily transfer the data. That is, 1 liter of water is filled here now. Okay, 1 liter of water is filled here. Can you guys tell me, is there any chance of loss of data? Is there any chance of loss of data? Please write in the chat. Okay, according to your common sense, according to your knowledge, if I am transferring the data, okay, if I am transferring the data from 1 liter bucket to 4 liter bucket, is there any chance of loss of data? No, right? So when there is a probability of when there is no loss of data, okay, when there is a chance of no loss of data, then my compiler will say ki, hey, I will take care of this kind of conversion. Okay, my compiler will take care of this kind of conversion. Okay, and my compiler will implicitly convert char to integer, right? My compiler will implicitly convert char to integer because there is no loss of data. That's why. So this kind of conversion is called implicit kind of conversion. Okay, and the second important point is कि hey, compiler take care of this kind of conversion. The third important point is this kind of conversion happens when I am transferring the data. Okay, when I am transferring the data from smaller data type container, okay, smaller data type container to larger data type container. Okay, larger data type container. So there will be no loss of data. Everyone is clear till this point, yes or no? That's why I'm getting the answer as 97 here, right? Okay. And why I'm getting the answer as 97, let's try to understand that point also. So what is happening? Char ch is equal to A here, and int num is equal to ch here, right? So what is happening here? I have a memory. Okay, this is my memory here, and here 1 byte will get allocated to this ch here, right? And what will happen? This A will get converted to the ASCII code, and the ASCII code of A is what? 97, and this 97 will get converted to the binary format. Okay, so let's assume the binary format of 97 is 0010101. Okay. After that, what we are doing? We are transferring the data of ch to num. That means we are creating one more container of 4 byte, right? One more container of 4 byte. Okay. This is 1 byte, right? After that, what we are doing? We are taking this data, okay, and putting this data in 1 byte, right? In 1 byte. So this data will be transferred here 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1, okay, and the remaining block will be filled with zeros here. That is 8 zeros here, because I know 1 byte is equal to 8 bits, right? So 8 zeros will be here. Similarly, this is also 1 byte block. 8 zeros will be here, right? And 8 zeros will be here, right? And after that, what we are doing? We are printing the value of num, system dot out dot println num here. So what will happen? I will take the data out from the container, okay? That is this data, right? And I will convert the data, and I know this data is what? Okay, this data is what? It is nothing but 97. That's why I'm getting 97 printed on the output screen. Everyone is clear? Anyone has any doubt in this part? Please write in the chat. Okay. After that, we will be moving to the next concept. Yes or no, guys? Okay. First, tell me, like, anyone has any doubt in this part? Anything you are not able to understand? Anyone from the audience? No? Okay. Anyone from the audience? Anything? Why we use system.out.println? Raki, to print, if you have to print anything on the output screen, you have to use system.out.println. Okay. That's why we are using s.o.p, right? Okay. Sir, how can we do more? Okay, great. So difference in Unicode and Sky code. Try to search that part. Okay, Harsh, like I also don't know about that thing. Okay, I have to recall that part. So you can Google, and if you have any doubt, come again and again. I will explain that thing. Okay, in the next session. Repeat. So the it is like again I will Devi's Sel Sakshmi. Okay, like I'm not able to pronounce your name. What you are not able to understand here, please write in the chat. Okay, at what point you are not able to understand? Simple, right? What I'm doing, I'm taking the data, converting the data to the ASCII code, and that ASCII code will be converted to the binary format. That binary format will be stored inside the container of name ch. After that, I am transferring the data ch to num. So this data will get transferred here. After that, I am printing num. So I will take the data out and I will convert this binary format data to decimal format data. And this decimal format data is printed on the output screen, right? So hope you are able to understand this part, right? If you are able to understand this part, can you guys tell me what will be the output if I will do this one? Int num is equal to 98. Okay, char ch is equal to num. Okay, and here now I'm printing the value of ch. What will be the output, guys? Okay, will I get any error or I will get the correct output? Anyone? Okay, so Vaibhav is saying error. So Vaibhav, like, why change your mind from B to error? Okay, explicit narrowing is required. Okay, great. So let's try to save this code and let's try to run this code. Okay, clear the screen and here compile the code. So this time I got an error. Okay, this time I got an error, and you can see what error I am getting. I am getting a compile time error. First part. The second part is here it is saying a possible loosey conversion from into char. Why it is giving this kind of error? Let's try to understand this part now, right? So now the scenario is changed, and this time what I have a variable int num, and inside that variable 98 is stored. And after that, what I'm doing, I'm writing char ch is equal to num, right? And after that, what I'm doing, I'm printing the value of ch here, system.out.println here, right? And ch here. Okay. So this time, again, I have a container. Okay, again I have a container of 4 liter, and the name of the container is what? Num here, right? And I have one more container of 1 liter, and the name of the container is what? It is ch here, right? And this time water is stored here, right? This time water is stored here, and when I will try to, okay, 1 minute, yeah. So guys, carries of 2 byte or 1 byte? Okay, it is 2 byte or what? Okay, let me see that thing, right? Uh, okay, it is 2 bytes. Sorry, my mistake here. So basically, char is what? 2 byte, right? 1 byte, 2 byte. I also got confused here, right? 1 minute. I think it is 2 byte, right? Here you can see the data type, and for the data type, it is 2 byte here, right? You can see this table here, right? So basically, int is of 4 byte and char is of 2 byte here, right? Yeah, 2 byte. Okay, audience. So here, sorry, my mistake here. So what you have to do? Replace this part, this one, right? Okay, so here we have 2 liter. Okay, and replace the previous example also, that is this one that I told you here. This is 2 liter container. Okay, take this as 2 liter container because character is of 2 byte, right? So here also 2 byte, right? So yeah. So guys, this time what I'm doing, I'm transferring the water. Okay, I'm transferring the water from 4 liter container to 2 liter container. Okay, this time guys, can you tell me, is there any possibility of loss of data? Okay, is there any possibility of loss of data? Yes or no, guys? If I will do this kind of stunt at my home, is there any possibility of loss of data? Yes, yes, right? Yes, there will be a possibility of loss of data, and what will happen? Some water will get stored. That is, total 2 liter of water will get stored here. But if more than 2 liter of water is present in this container, if more than 2 liter of water is present in this container, what will happen? The remaining water will be overflowed. Okay, the remaining water will be overflow. And when the remaining water will get overflow, here you can see some water is stored, but the remaining water is getting overflow. That means there is a possibility of loss of data. And this time my compiler will say ki, hey, this is a very risky stunt. This is a very risky stunt, and I will not perform this kind of stunt. Okay, I will not perform this kind of conversion. That's why my compiler is giving this error, that is this error here. This possibly losing conversion from int to char. Okay, because here is the possibility of loss of data, and in future you will like face this problem. So that's why compiler is saying ki, hey, you have to take care of this kind of stunt, you have to take care of this kind of conversion. So since I am the programmer, I have the command. Okay, so what I will do now, here I will use the power of explicit kind of conversion. And how I can use the power of explicit kind of conversion? I will use round bracket where I am doing the conversion, and in that round bracket, what I will do? I will write char, because I want the num as character here, right? So here I have written char, and here we are explicitly doing this kind of conversion, right? We are doing explicitly this kind of conversion, and that's why what will happen? Let's try to run the program. That is, clear the screen. So here, this one, this one. So this time I am getting the output B, right? I am getting the output B. So let's try to conclude what we have learned till now. That is, if there is a possibility of loss of data, okay, then my compiler, is okay, yeah, then my compiler is not responsible to do such kind of conversion. Programmer has to take care of that kind of conversion by explicitly defining the data type. Okay, by explicitly defining the data type, right? And when programmer is doing this kind of conversion, that is explicit kind conversion, this kind of conversion is called explicit. type of conversion. Okay, explicit type conversion here. Everyone is clear? Yes? Yes or no, guys? Please write in the chat if it is clear till this point. And when explicit type conversion happens, okay, so I have learned 2 points. That is, the first point is what? When I am transferring the data from larger data type container to smaller data type container, okay, to smaller data type container, what is happening? There is a possibility of loss of data, and my compiler will not do this kind of conversion. Programmer has to manually do this kind of conversion, and this kind of conversion is called explicit type conversion here, right? Clear? So if everyone is clear till this point, what will be the output now? Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What will be the output now, guys? Please write in the chat. Anyone? Will I get some clear output, or I will get some random value, any garbage value I will get, or I will get error? Okay. सर पता कैसे चला कि इंट की वैल्यू बड़ी है और कैर की छोटी है? क्वेश्चन में जो आपने पूछा है। साहिल सर, ओके, लेट मी अगेन रीड दैट डाउट। सर पता कैसे चला कि इंट की वैल्यू बड़ी है और कैर की छोटी, इस क्वेश्चन में जो आपने पूछा है? सो बेसिकली साहिल, यहाँ पर हम इसका वो देख रहे हैं। ओके, अगर आप ये पूछ रहे हो कि एक्सप्लिसिट टाइप कन्वर्जन क्यों हुआ, तो हम इसका कंटेनर का साइज देख रहे हैं, उस पे डिसाइड कर रहे हैं कि भैया एक्सप्लिसिट टाइप कन्वर्जन होगा कि इम्प्लिसिट टाइप कन्वर्जन होगा। यहाँ पर हम लोग लार्जर डेटा टाइप से स्मॉलर डेटा टाइप की तरफ वैल्यू ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं, इसलिए वी आर हैविंग एक्सप्लिसिट kind conversion here. Okay, and apart from that, like I'm able to answer your doubt, Sahil, or you have any other question? Okay, please write again. Okay, like I'm not able to understand like what you want to ask. Okay, apart from that, like they are saying garbage value, error, garbage value. Okay, let's try to run this code. Okay, clear the screen. Sahil, you can ask again. Okay, so this one Java first. So this time I'm getting a question mark. Okay, that is I'm getting a garbage value, right? So here why I'm getting a explicit type data है, हमें पता कैसे चला? अच्छा, एक्सप्लिसिट टाइप डेटा हमें पता कैसे चला? तो वही मैं बता रहा हूं, जब हम लोग ये वाला स्टैंड परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं कि जब हमारे पास एक कंटेनर है 4 बाइट का, ओके, यू नो गाइस, राइट, नम इज ऑफ 4 बाइट, राइट, एंड कैरेक्टर इज ऑफ 2 बाइट, right? And what we are doing in our program, we are transferring the data of num to character. That is, we are transferring the data of larger data type, okay, larger data type value to a smaller data type conversion. So it is like simple कि hey, there will be a loss of data. So इससे पता चला कि हमें explicit type conversion करना है, क्योंकि यहाँ पर possibilities है of loss of data. Hope Sahil you are able to understand now, right? Okay, so this time why I am getting the garbage value, right? This time why I am getting the garbage value, let's try to understand. Okay, so here you can see, अगर मेरे पास 2 लीटर वाटर होगा, if I have 2 liter water in my container, in my 4 liter container, if I have 2 liter of water, what will happen? There will be no overflow of data, right guys? There will be no overflow of data because the capacity of this container is what? 2 liter, right? So that's why jab I'm trying to store this 98 in this container, I'm getting B as answer, right? But when I'm trying to store a larger value, then what is happening? Here I am not having 2 liter of water, it is more than 2 liter of water. Let's assume it is having 3 liter of water, right? So what is happening? I am transferring the data, 2 liter of water is getting stored, 1 liter of water is overflowed, okay, overflow. So what is happening? I am getting the answer, but I am getting some garbage value, right? I am getting some garbage value because there is a loss of data here, you can see, right? There is a loss of data here, right? And if I will run the program again and again, I will get the same garbage value, right? Let's run the code. Why, what happened? Yeah, clear the screen. So this one, see, again I'm getting the same garbage value, right? So Since there is a possibility of loss of data, so we are doing explicit type conversion, right? Pragya, like what, how it works? Like I'm not able to get your point. Basically, you're asking this point key, like this we have to see, right? When there is a probability of loss of data, there is a chance of overflow, okay? And when there is a possibility of loss of data, compiler will not take care of this kind of conversion. I have to take care of this kind of conversion, right? And when I have to take care of conversion, here you can see I am getting the answer. But I know, since I am doing this kind of conversion, that is explicit type conversion. So I know this point ki, hey, like I am performing this term, I am performing this stunt, and I am responsible for this kind of conversion. That's why it is called explicit type conversion. Okay. Now it is clear, guys. Yes or no? Please write in the chat if it is clear. Yes or no? हाँ कन्वर्ट करने के लिए सिंपल आपको एक रूल याद रखना है. लेट मी गिव यू दैट रूल कि व्हेन यू हैव अ स्मॉलर डेटा टाइप वैल्यू and you are transferring this smaller data type value to a larger data type container, okay, then what is happening? No loss of data, okay, no loss of data. Compiler will do this kind of conversion. Compiler will do this kind of conversion, and this is called implicit type of conversion, right? And if you are transferring, like if you are transferring the data from larger container to a smaller container, then there is a probability of loss of data, and compiler will not take care of this kind of conversion. Programmer has to take care of this kind of conversion, and this kind of conversion is called explicit type of conversion, right? So we are doing that explicit type of conversion, right? ब्रैकेट में कैर क्यों लिखा सर प्रोग्राम में? बिकॉज हियर वी वांट टू स्टोर दिस num data in character, right? Here we want to store this num data into character container. That's why here I have written char. Omkar, okay? Now it is clear. Anyone has a yeah, data type को convert करने के लिए? Correct. So now let's move to the next data type, okay? And again, rewatch the lecture. If you're not able to understand, come again in the next session and I will take 10 minutes to again clarify your doubt, right? But hope you are able to understand now, right? Yeah. So let's move to the float and double, right? Yeah. This kind of conversion is called typecasting, and we have learned about two typecasting, that is implicit typecasting and explicit typecasting, right? So is a float and double here. So float versus double. So guys, can you write in the chat what you know about float and double? Anyone from the audience, what you know about float and double, guys? Please write in the chat. Naga, that I told you that if you will see this part, okay, this one, this tip, this thing, this is implicit kind of conversion and this is explicit kind of conversion, and this is a difference, right? Yeah. So here I have compared implicit, explicit, and told everything, right? Yeah. So shall we move to the next topic, guys? Yeah. So float is of 4 byte, correct? So here float takes 4 bytes in the computer memory and double take 8 bytes in the computer memory, right? So apart from that, float is smaller range than double, like precision. Yeah, correct. So basically, here Yugenda is saying about something about precision, that is float is having up to 6 decimal digit precision. Okay, decimal digit precision, that is after decimal you can print up to 6 value, right? And here for double it is up to 15 decimal digit precision, right? That is after decimal you can print up to 15 decimal digits, right? Anything else, guys? Float, double, and sir, please tell. Okay, about the attendance, Deepak, I will tell you at the end of the session, okay? If you have any doubt related to the session, please ask right now. Yeah, double has more precision. Correct, double has more precision. Anything else, guys? Float is 2 times. Okay. Can you guys tell me one thing? By default, like float and double is used to store decimal values, right? This is clear. Both are used to store float and double. Both are used to store what? decimal values here. Decimal values. And everyone knows about decimal values, right? Decimal values are what? 1.23, 10.36, 123, like this. So these are all what? Decimal value. So we can store these decimal value in float or double, right? So if I want up to 6 uh, decimal digit, okay, I can use float. And if I want a higher decimal digit, I can go with the double. Okay, it will occupy more, it will take more space. Float will take less space, and double will take more space, right? And by default, okay, by default in Java, decimal digits are float or double. Please write in the chat. By default in Java, decimal digit are what? Floating point digit are what? Floating numbers are. So Akansha, no, it is not float. Okay, it is double, right? It is double. So let's try to see this part, right? Let's try to implement this part, and then we will get the clear understanding. So here, let's remove this one, right? So what I'm doing here, let's take a float here. Okay, for creating a float data type and float variable, you have to use a float keyword, and after that, the name of the variable, assignment operator here 1.345, right? And let's try to print the value here, right? Yeah, let's try to print this f. Can you guys write in the chat what output now I will get? Okay, audience, it is your time. Please write in the chat what output I will get now. I will get some answer. I will get what I will get. Okay, anyone? Anupam is saying error. Why, Anupam? Error. Why error I will get? Like most of you are saying 1.345. When we define the float value, we want to use f. Aman, you are saying, hey, when we define the float value, we want to use f in last. Why, Aman? Why we want to use f at last? F is mandatory after decimal. So, Apnil, why? Why f is mandatory? Anyone? Like I am getting answer from the audience. They are saying, hey, you have to write f here. Why I have to write f here? Okay. In integer we are not writing f. In integer we are not writing I. In character we are not writing c. Then why in float we are writing f? Correct. Sakshi is correct here. Sakshi is saying ki here by default, okay, by default this decimal data, that is this floating number, is double, right? Is double. And let's try to run this program, right? And let's see what output I will get now. Okay, so this one, and here. So again, I am getting this error, right? And this error we saw previously also, possibly loosely conversion from double to int. And why I am getting this error? Because here what we are doing, float. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So I have float, and float f is equal to 1.345. And we are saying ki, hey, this data is of double type. Okay, and we know double takes 8 byte, that is 8 byte, and float takes 4 byte. So what I am trying to do, I'm trying to store a larger data type value to a smaller data type container. Okay, where I'm trying to store a larger data type value to a smaller data type container, and when I will try to do this kind of stunt, there will be a loss of data. And when there is a loss of data, compiler will not take care of this kind of conversion. And when compiler is not taking care of this kind of conversion, what I have to do, I have to do explicit type of conversion. And how I can do this explicit type of conversion in float? I can either use f here. Okay, I can either use f here, or I can typecast, that is I can use float here, right? This one, 1 minute, this one, float here, right? So let's first go with the explicit type casting, this one, right? So let's clear the screen and let's see what output I will get. 1 minute, sorry, clear the screen and compile the code. run the code. So this time I am getting the correct output, right? I am getting the correct output. So either I can do explicit type conversion like this, or I can use F here. Now everyone is clear why I have to use F or why I have to typecast. Anyone has any doubt in this point, please write in the chat. Okay. So this one again, I am not getting any error and I am getting 1.345 on the output screen. Now everyone is clear why I am using F. Okay. Yes or no? So let's take a double also. Double D is equal to 1.23456, right? And let's take the same value here also, right? Let's take a same value here also. That is this one. And let's try to print float first and double then, right? So float here, float value, right? And here float, right? And after that I have double. Anyone has any doubt, please write in the chat, guys, right? And everyone, right? Like it is good, like most of you are asking and I want all the audience to answer, right? Then only you will be able to understand, like whatever is coming in your mind, then only you will be able to understand, yes, we are doing this mistake, right? No sir, continue. Okay, so let's save the code and let's see the answer now, right? So here, so clear the screen and now compile the code, run the code, right? So this time I'm not getting the answer, I'm not getting any error for double because this floating point number is by default double, right? So here what I will do, compile the code, run the code, right? So this time I'm getting the answer and you can see what I am getting here. I am getting up to 6 decimal digit, right? After decimal I am getting up to 6 digit, right? Okay, yeah, I'm getting 6 digit and here you can see I'm getting up to 15 digit, right? Anyone has any doubt till this point, please write in the chat, right? Okay, clear. So we have one more data type, that is boolean, and boolean is used to store true or false. And what I can do here is like here, let's comment this part, and after that for boolean I have to use bool, right? Boolean here, and boolean is condition. Basically boolean values are used for the condition check. So is condition here, and after that either you can write true here or you can write false here, right? Let's try to print the boolean value also, that is system.out.println. Okay, and here is condition, right? Let's see what output I will get now. Once again float, once again Sahil, what you are not able to understand, once again. Okay, let's so basically guys, please tell me like what once again, right? Because again I will tell you the same thing, then it will take all the time, right? So what you are not able to understand in this float and double, please write in the in the chat, right? Sahil and all. Yeah, float one concept. So like again, if I have to tell the same thing, that is we have float and double that I have already discussed here, right? This one, float take 4 byte, double take 8 byte. This is simple. After decimal you can print up to 6 decimal digit, that's why it is 6 decimal digit precision. Up to 15 decimal digit, that's why it is 15 decimal digit precision. It is less accurate, it is more accurate. Why? Because here you can print up to 15 decimal digit, so you are getting more data. If you are getting more data, it is more accurate here, right? Here you are getting less data, that's why it is less accurate here, right? So why we write F? Okay, so Sahil, tell me what by default floating number are what? Floating number are what? By default it is double, right? So if I will write float F is equal to 1.345, then this number is what? This number is a floating point number, but it is of double type, right? And I know double is of 8 byte, okay, and float is of 4 byte, right? And what we are doing, we are transferring the data from, we are transferring the larger data type value, okay, larger data type value to a smaller data type container. And when I am doing this kind of conversion, here I have written that point, right? Yeah, this one. There will be a loss of data, and when there is a loss of data, loss of information, compiler will not take care of this kind of conversion. That's why I have to explicitly do this kind of conversion. So that's why either I can write f at the end, or I can write float in the start, at the start, right? Correct. So now let's move to the next topic. Okay, here let's try to run this code, right? First, that is this one, and this one, Java. So I am getting true on the output screen, right? So if I will put false here, I will get false on the output screen, right? So we have 13 minutes left. So let's start with the conditional control statement, right? So Omkar is saying, how do we specify 1.3? Up to take search this part, okay, Omkar? Yeah. If you have any doubt, like 15 digit, you want this data to print up to 15 digit, you can use double, okay, Omkar? Yeah. Try to explore that part, right, by your own, right? And if you have any doubt, ask in the next session, right? So let's start with the control statement, because we have already took a lot of time in the variables and data type, right? Control statement. So that yeah, so guys, please write in the chat, what is this control statement, why we need to learn about control statement, and what is control statement all about. You will get the recording, like you will get the lecture on the YouTube itself, right? Why we use control statement? Anyone from the audience? Okay. Why, what is the need of using control statement? Basically, what happens in Java or in C++, in like every programming, the execution happens in a sequential order, right? So here, right? So here, what will happen? Every programming language, that is C, C++, Java, there is an entry point of the execution. This is the entry point of the execution in in Java here, right? That is public static void main. And from here, the execution will happen in a sequential order, right? In a sequential order here. So there will be some cases where I have to, okay, there will be some cases where I have to skip a part of a code, right? Skip a part of a code on the basis of some condition, on the basis of some condition, or I have to execute the same logic again and again, execute same, yeah, execute same logic again and again here, logic again and again, or I have to jump from one part to another part of the code. Okay, I have to jump from one part of the from one part to another part of the code. So there will be this kind of situation in our programming world. Okay, because the default execution is what? It is sequential in order, right? Sequential in order. So in like what we have done, what programmer have done, they have introduced the concept of control statement. So basically we have three kind of control statement. The first one is the selection statement, and this selection statement will take care of this kind of situation. When I have to skip a part of the code on the basis of some condition, I can use selection statement. We have basically three selection statement, that is if else if, and nested if, and switch case here, right? Switch case here. If I am in if I encounter this kind of situation, that is I have to execute the same logic again and again, I will go with the iterative statement. Okay, iterative statement here. I have three kind of iterative statement, that is for loop, while loop, and do while loop, right? And if I have to jump from one part of the code to another part of the code, I can use switch. Sorry, not switch here. It is break, continue, and return keyword here, right? So we are going to discuss about all these things. So let's start with the selection statement here, right? So selection statement here. So let's start with the first selection statement, that is if else. Okay, can you guys write in the chat when I can use if else, right? In which scenario I can use if else? Please write in the chat. Okay, till that time I'm writing the syntax. Okay, in which scenario I can use if else, guys? The syntax is simple. You have to use if keyword, and after that you have to write condition in the round bracket, and after that you have to use curly bracket. Inside the curly bracket you have to write some code here, right? Some code here, and after that you have to use else keyword, and after that you have to write some code here, right? So this is a syntax of if else. But in which scenario I can use if else? Anyone? True or false, number is even or odd. Okay, if we want to check condition, so again, so yeah, everyone is correct, but the main thing is, like, the main focus point is what? If you have two options available, only two options available, only two options available, and you have to choose only one option among them. Okay, choose one option among them, then you can go with if else condition. Okay, then you can go with if else selection statement here, right? Two options available, you have to choose only one option among them. Let's take a program here, right? Write a program to check whether a number is even or odd, right? Number is even or odd here, right? So can you guys write in the chat what is the definition of even number? What is the definition of even number? So even number are what, guys? The number that is completely divisible by 2, right? Completely divisible by 2. That number is called even number, right? So I know, here I have a number. I have a number. Let's assume I have some number here, right? And I have two options. Okay, I have just two options, whether the number is even or whether the number is odd. Okay, either I can execute this part of the code or I can execute this part of the code on the basis of some condition, and that condition is what? That condition is what? I have to check this part, whether the number is completely divisible by 2 or not. And how I can tell the system? So I'm getting the answer from, like, the audience. They are saying ki, hey, num modulo 2. You have to write num modulo 2 is equal to 0, right? So what is this modulo operator? Let's try to understand that part also. So basically, if I am taking one number, let's take 17 here. So 2, let's divide the 17 by 2. What will happen? 2 8s are 16, right? And I will get 1 as remainder here, right? So this part is what? This is the quotient part, and this part is what? This is the remainder part, right? So if I want this quotient part in my programming world, what I will do? I will write 17 divided by 2. I will write 17 divided by 2. I will get the quotient part, that is 8 here. And if I want the remainder part, what I will write? 17 modulo 2, and what I will get? I will get the remainder part, right? I will get the remainder, and this is the quotient part. This is the first point. The second point is why they are writing num modulo 2 is equal to 0. Why? Because they are saying ki, hey, if the number is completely divisible by 2, there will be no remainder, there will be no value, that is, here you have 0, right? If I will take one example, that is, let's take 8 here. So 2 4s are 8, right? 2 4s are 8, and you are getting the remainder as 0. So if you are taking any number and you are getting the remainder as 0, that means that number is completely divisible by 2, and that means that number is a even number, right? So let's try to code this part. What I will do, here I will take a, let's try to remove this one, right? Yeah. So let's take a number here, that is int num is equal to 17, right? And after that, if num modulo 2 is equal to 0, what I will do? I will print ki, hey, the number is an even number, right? That is system.out println and here even number. Okay, and in the else part, what I will do, I will print here the number is the odd number, right? System dot out dot println, the number is the odd number here, right? So let's try to run the code and let's try to see what output I will get, right? So clear the screen and compile the code, run the code here, right? So this one, so we are getting a odd number, right? So let's try to dry run the code, right? So what is happening here? This one so first we know this is the entry point of the execution. From this point my execution will start. It will execute this line, that is 17 will get stored inside num. After that this line will get executed, that is line number 6. At line number 6 condition will be checked. Condition will be checked. Here the condition is what? 17 modulo 2, 17 modulo 2, and it will give what? 1. And this one is equal to 0? No, it is not equal to 0. When the condition is false, what will happen? We will skip the if part and we will execute the else part here. That's why odd number is getting printed on the output screen, and that's why we are getting odd number on the output screen, right? So let's try to take one more number and let's try to run this code, right? That is so here let's take the number as 16 here, right? And here let's try to run the code, right? So basically what will happen, yeah, compile the code, clear the screen, this one, Java, and let's see. So this time I'm getting an even number because this time num modulo 2 will give me what? It will give me a 0, right? That is 16 modulo 2. The remainder is what? 0. 0 is equal to 0. Yes, true. If the condition is true, I will execute this part of the code and I will skip this part of the code, right? So that's why I'm getting this answer, right? Anyone has any doubt till this point, please write in the chat. And okay, so this is all for today's session, guys. So in the next session we are going to implement a ATM machine project, okay, with the help of if else if and nested if concept, right? We are going to make a calendar with the help of switch case, right? And like a switch case here, and we are going to learn about this game project with the help of iterative statement, and with the help of this iterative statement plus this selective statement, okay, and plus the jump statement, right? Jump statement, right? So this is all for today's session, guys. Like it is already 7:30, right? So if you have any doubt now you can ask, right? Because ATM machine will take approx 15 minutes, right? So like I'm not going again, we will learn this thing in the next session, okay, in detail. Oh, should I continue this session, everyone? Okay, if you want I can take this ATM machine example. Okay, demand on the audience. Should I continue, guys? Because what happened is like after 7:30 I noticed ki like some of you get like most of you are not there in the meeting, right? Please write in the chat, should I continue this ATM machine part or not? Okay. Schedule waiting for onboarding. They train on Java. So how much I learn Java to easy of my training? Please tell me, sir. Yogendra, cover your basics, cover the data structure part, okay, and you are good to go, right? And if you have time left, you can go with the Spring Boot. So you will be more comfortable, right? Because in there, like your project will be on Spring Boot, okay, framework. So you can learn that thing, right? Okay. So let's continue this part. Okay, ATM machine, right? So if you no, sir. Okay. So I'm getting a mixed response, right? Okay, so let's continue this part. Okay, if else. Okay, sir, thank you. Please continue. Yeah. So ATM machine is what? Now I know about if else, right? So the next part is what? It is if else if. So what is this if else if, right? When I can use this if else if? Please write in the chat. Till that time I'm writing the syntax, right? So if keyword, in which scenario I can use if else if, right? So if condition one, and we have body one, right? After that I have else if condition two, body two. After that I have else if condition three, body three. Okay, like this I have multiple if else if block, right? And at the end you have else part, right? At the end you have else part here. So guys, what happens when, when you have two options available and you have to choose only one option among them, go with if else. When you have more than two options available, okay, more than two options available, and you have to choose only one option among them, okay, choose one option among them, then you can go with if else if, right? Then you can go with if else if. What happens in if else if? The condition will be checked. The moment the condition is true, the moment the condition is true, that particular if block will get executed and the remaining else if block will get skipped, right? So this is the first case scenario. The second scenario is what? If let's assume the condition one is false, you will move to the next else if. Again, the moment condition two is true, what will happen? You will execute the corresponding if block, and after that you will skip the remaining else if ladder, right? Else if ladder here. So this will be the part. So now let's try to understand this ATM machine one, right? Everyone is clear with the if else if part? Yeah. If you have more than two condition, you can use it. Correct. So ATM machine, like everyone has used ATM machine, right? So basically in ATM machine, if you go to the interface, you get two options, right? Option one is, guys, what? Either you can add, that is, either you can credit amount to your current balance. Let's assume you have a bank here, right? You have a bank here, and in that bank, your bank account is what? Let's assume bank balance here, right? This is your bank balance here. In that bank balance, let's assume 5,000 is 5,000 rupees is there in your bank balance, right? After that, you have option one. In option one, you can credit. Credit means you can add, right, amount to your current balance, right? The second option is what? You can debit. Okay, that is, you can subtract amount from your current balance, right? So here again, in subtraction part, in the debit part, again you have two situations. Let's assume you have 5,000 rupees in your bank balance and you want 8,000 rupees. You want 8,000 rupees. So guys, what error you get on the output screen? What error you get, guys? You get insufficient fund, right? Insufficient fund. And when you get this error, when the amount you want to debit is greater than the bank balance, right, everyone? And the second is what? If the amount is less than this one, then you are not getting an error and it will successfully debited, right? Successfully debited here. Okay, debited here, right? And you have option three also. Okay, option three is what, guys? Option three is what? If you have not choose option one, option two, you will get incorrect option. Okay, incorrect or invalid option, right? You will get this kind of situation, right? Invalid option. Please try again. Yes or no, guys, right? So here, if you can see here how many options I have total three options, that is more than two options. So to tackle this part of the code, how I can tackle this part? With the help of if else if selection statement. And in the debit case, in the debit scenario, how I can handle this part? With the help of in the debit situation, I have again two options and I have to choose one option. So I can handle this part with the help of if else, right? I can handle this part with the help of if else, right? So this will be the high level design of our ATM machine. Okay, guys, high level design of our ATM machine. So this is all for today's session, guys. Okay, because I have to tell you about how to take input from the user. Okay, how to take input from the user, and there are a lot of things to cover in this part. So what I will do, I will take this part in the next session. Okay, everyone, because I can see there's a huge drop of audience. So we will be meeting tomorrow, and there we will be like discussing the code of this one, and after that we are moving to the next topic. Okay, everyone. So this is all for today's session. Let's discuss the attendance as all, right? So 1 minute. Till that time, if you have any doubt related to anything, please write in the chat. Okay, not able to understand any part of the code, you have doubt related to the language or what to choose, what to not choose, okay, you can write, right? What is hypernet and spring? So basically spring and hypernet, okay, spring is a framework. Okay, basically what you can do here, you are writing a lot of code, right? Spring will make your life easy, it will make your code more structured format, and when you are going to the project, like when you have to build a huge project, right? A complex project, then you can do with the help of Spring. Okay, so try to explore that part. So, but before exploring Spring, first cover the basics and the advanced part of Java, right? Assignment. So, how you will get the assignment? What you have to do? So, basically, here you can see the attendance and assignment link. Open the attendance link. Okay, and how you can mark the attendance. Okay, in order to get the certificate, your attendance should be more than 50%, and you should submit the assignment on time. Okay, so here, 1 minute. Yeah. So here, this one, right? So here you can see the mark attendance button. What you have to do, you can mark the attendance from here. If you're lacking the session, you can give the rating out of 10. And after that, if you are interested in our 6 month Let's Upgrade program that I'm going to discuss right now. So what you can do, you can click yes or no. And after that, if you have any suggestions, you can write here. Still you have any suggestions, you can write in the comment. Okay, we will try to improve, and we will try to improve our session according to it, according to your feedback. And after that, here you will see the assignment link here, right? Like I'm not getting the assignment link, but you will be getting the assignment link on day 3, right? So you can open the assignment link, you will get 2 to 3 questions there. You have to solve that questions. After solving that questions, you have to share the GitHub link. And those who are not able to understand about the GitHub and all, what you can do, like you can do a simple search, right? What is this GitHub and all? So you have to make a GitHub account. So here I can write like what is GitHub, what GitHub is used for, right? Like this. So GitHub is code hosting platform for version control and collaboration. If I'm not again getting this point, I can see a lot of this, right? Link, right? So I can go to this link and I can explore that part, right? What is this GitHub? How to create a account on GitHub and how to push a simple project on GitHub. So it will take 10 to 15 minutes if you know about the basics command of GitHub. Okay, try to explore that part by your own, right? It is, if you are a developer, it is very important, guys, to explore everything by your own, right? Then only you will be able to learn, right? So here, so you have to submit the assignment. And 1 minute, let me go to the next part here. Yeah, so apart from that, the certificate is clear, the assignment is clear, and we have the registration one. No, so you will get the certification after 5 days, and after that, here you can see we have 3 links, right? So here you can see if you want to explore our web development program or a data science program, you can click on this link, and from this link here you can see the USP of our program, what we are going, like what we are doing in this full stack web development program, how our course is structured. That is, our course will be 100% live, and it is taken by expert developer, okay, who are having more than 5 to 10 years of experience in the industry. And you are going to make 15 industry level project. Okay, and you have placement assistance. That is, we are building your resume, we are building you, right, from the scratch, so that you are industry level. So you are there to compete in the market, right? So you will get the placement assistance. Okay, 100% placement assistance from our side. After that, if you have any doubt or you want any mentorship, you can schedule a one-to-one doubt session or mentorship session from our Let's Upgrade portal here, right? So there will be doubt session taken by your mentor who is teaching you the that particular topic. And if you want the mentorship session, you can take the mentorship session from our science sir and are the main person, those who are like having 5 to 8 years of experience there, right? So they will mentorship you, and they will try to clear all your doubt, right? So apart from that, you will be getting the recording session and what like how many stars we have on Google, and you can see the criteria, the fees, and the duration of our program, and what all placement we have. And after that, here you will see what all going we are going to learn. So basically, someone is asking about the web development. So in the web development, we have two part, that is three part, right? That is the front end part, the interface that you are seeing on the here, right? This interface is your front end. The backend coding is done, right, with the help of Node.js and or Java, right? So what we are going to learn is about the React to do the front end part, and in the backend we are going to learn about the Node.js and Java, right? According to your choice, you can choose either Node.js or Java. And in the backend, we are having MongoDB, and we are having the MySQL database according to the project requirement, right? And how to upload your project on Git, how to work with the Git and terminals, you are going to learn in this full stack web development program, right? And what all project we are going to make here, and who all are teachers here you can see, right? And download browser and curriculum here in order to get the brief idea about our program, right? So apart from that, here you can see the data science link also. Let's explore this part also. That is here you can see the placement from our data science okay people, and here you can see what all we are going to learn. That is, we are going to learn about beautiful soap, TensorFlow, weight and biases, learn, right? MySQL, and what all project we are going to make. That is Spotify, music recommendation, face recognition, gesture recognition, and all, and who all are trainers of our data science program, right? If you have any doubt, you can mail us on the support at the rate letsupgrade.in, right? Apart from that, sir, assignment is not shown. Sir, you send assignment today. I'm not that person to send the assignment, but I will talk to the team. They have assignment will get uploaded by 9 p.m. Sorry for the delay. Okay, so you will get the assignment by 9 p.m. Okay, try to solve the assignment. You will get 2 to 3 questions, easy questions. Try to solve. If you are having any doubt in those questions in the yesterday session, sorry, in the tomorrow session, you can ask the doubt, right? Whether you are able to understand the question, you are not able to approach the question. I will try to explain that thing, right? You will get the assignment link before 9 o'clock, right? Anything else, guys? Apart from this, anyone has any other doubt? Assignment. Actually, my network issue. Okay, sir, I skipped to introduce ATM. Actually, no issue. Like again in the tomorrow session, I will again take 5 minutes and try to explain that ATM machine high level design, right? And after that, we are going to the project, like the coding part, right? How to get a job after learning Java by myself. So Kupendra, how you can get job, like basically in the industry, what they do is either you're like you have a different kind of company, right? Either you have MNCs, right? Or you have startup, or you have mid-based startup, right? So if you are preparing for the startup companies, so they will test your projects. Okay, they will see like what all project you have made in your resume, right? So they will test your knowledge on the basis of the project, right? Like most of the startup companies. And if they are mid-level company, they will go with the data structure and your project part, right? And if you like it is MNCs, then it is it will take your theoretical it will ask more about the theories, and yeah, you will get some simple questions on Java, right? And apart from that, if you are preparing for the FANG, then you have to prepare yourself for the data structures, because there they will test your problem solving skills, right? Their main focus is your problem solving skills. If you are able to clear that problem solving technical round, okay, so basically in Google you have 3 to 4 technical rounds, okay, that is the data structure, pure data structure round, right? So think in which company you are targeting, and according to that try to prepare yourself, right? But it is good to take a small step, right? First try to enter in the industry, try to learn about the IT industry, what like how we work in a project team, okay, how we upload everything, okay, how we communicate to our team members, okay. So after getting 1 to 2 year of experience, and you can build data structure, okay, the problem solving skills. So how you can build the problem solving skills? You can practice, like if you are a complete beginner, you can go with HackerRank and HackerEarth. If you have to, like if you know about HackerRank and HackerEarth, and you are comfortable with the syntax and the basics of this Java programming or Python programming, in which language you are doing the data structure, so you can move to the lead code, okay, and there try to first solve easy problem, and after that move to the medium level problem, try to solve easy and medium level problem of each and every data structure topic, right, and gradually you will see the difference, right, but practice is the key. If you have to practice, okay, there is no other like shortcut. You have to practice if you have to build the problem solving skills, right. The looping statement in Java is same as the C language. Vidya, yeah, the working is same. Apart from that, okay, deadline nahi hai na assignment ki, sir, okay. So Omkar, there is no deadline, but try to submit the assignment on time, right? Yeah, okay. So this is all for today's session, guys. It is already 7:47. Okay, if you have any doubt related to the lead code, related to the hacker rank, or anything like how to start competitive programming, how to start with the project part, okay, so that thing I will discuss in the next session, okay. Yeah, can't see assignment. You will get the assignment before 9 o'clock, Deepak. Okay. Tarun, we have multiple if every statement will be checked or not. Okay. So what happens, Tarun? What happens, Tarun? It is like the condition will be checked till the time you are not getting true. The moment you are getting true, all the remaining condition will be skipped. Okay, Tarun. Hope I am able to answer your question, right? So tomorrow, like when I will be doing the ATM machine project, then you will get the clear understanding. But this is a key point. Key condition will be checked till the time one condition is not true. The moment the condition is true, that particular if block will get executed, and the remaining if else if ladder will get skipped. Right? Okay. Yeah. Tarun, it is clear now. Okay. Anyone has any other doubt apart from this? Yeah. No. Right? Thank you. Thank you all. Sir, an array is an object. Yeah. Try to explore array, Tarun. Thank you. Mm, Naveen, right? Sir, when we will use continuous statement? When I am doing the project, then I will be using the continuous statement. Okay, Naveen? Okay, the assignment is uploaded and please check the assignment, right? Okay. Thank you all. If you have any feedback, please write in the comment and in the chat. Okay. Thank you. What is the class of array? Okay. Tarun, in the next session, I will discuss about that part, right? The array concept. Yeah. If I have time left, right? So because we have to start the next session also. So this is all for today's session, guys. Okay. Thank you.
If you have liked this Essentials program, which is giving you a confidence that you can become a developer, this is just a starting. You can enjoy this learning for at least next 6 months and also become a full stack web developer or a full stack data science person and crack a job end of the day. If you are interested for that program, just go check out LetsUpgrade's full stack program right now from the website. What are the key features of LetsUpgrade's full stack program? 3 key features of LetsUpgrade full stack program. Number 1, you get to learn everything live by an expert coming in from an industry. So this expert is working as a day job, and sham ke time, evening time, this guy is going to teach you in your classes. This cohort is going to be of only 20 students at the max. So lots of focus is there on you to make you an industry ready developer, and you can get jobs in 150 plus partner companies that we have got, that LetsUpgrade has got, NPCI, Red Cross and various other companies. Now talking about the second feature, you get to build 15 plus projects. These 15 projects will help you get the confidence that you can be the top-notch developer at any company. Let it be the FANG companies or the MANG companies, or let it be any tier 2 or a service-based or a product-based companies. Third and the last feature, we have an amazing job board where on a day-to-day basis, we get 10 to 20 job descriptions, JDs, job applications being uploaded by companies directly. You can go ahead and check out those all jobs, apply, and we will go and get you prepared for that interview. So this is the three big USPs of LetsUpgrade's full stack program. Go join right now. You can avail a 20% straight discount. The price of this program is 36,600, but you can get this program for 29,600 right now. Go check it out and let's meet in your batch launch, which is happening this Saturday. Bye bye, take care, have a nice day.